All right. This is very, very important that we are all contribute to the growth and the change within Africa, within Congo. Congo has a lot of potentials. I was very excited. I watched the news about a couple of weeks ago where I saw the Ministry of Agriculture, they purchased, I think it was 10 fishing boats to actually accelerate the production. Because remember, all these regimes prior to that, we've never seen anything like this get done. It is a beginning. Those are the actions that we need to support. I'm not here to advocate for any politicians who talk for the government, to talk about the government, but I'm using this example and to see how it relates to the content that I create, to show you that there are things being done, maybe not as quickly as we would want them to, but at least something is happening. So what does that tell you? Think about it this way. Look at a country like the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm from Kinshasa. I've never been to other parts of the Congo other than Congo Central. I visited when I was a child growing up with my parents, and I got the opportunity to visit again my last trip to Congo. I share with you on my videos when I was in Boma and Mwanda. If you guys are interested in watching any of those videos, I'm gonna link it up here in the description so you guys can go back and check it out. So that's showing that the government is also stepping up. Why should we hold back when the government is stepping up and trying to show us that we can do better things? So if you have that kind of money where you can afford a fishing boat, all you gotta do, go in there, get started. 10 boats ain't enough for a city like Kinshasa. Kinshasa is massive, it's huge. We need more than that. The more we have, the better. So if you have the kind of money to afford a fishing boat, get into it. Don't wait for anybody. Agriculture is a beautiful industry to get into. There are a lot of benefits, a lot of profits to be made if you do it properly. All you have to do, you just have to, create connection with the right people. Connect and go on the ground. Make few phone calls, talk to people locally, and look at the market, see what's available, what's not. And you get an idea of what you can do, how, to improve things. Those are very, very important points to consider. That's why I never held back. I always believe that it will come a time where everything you do will matter eventually. Now I see the importance, and I'm so glad that I finally decided that I wanted to get into agriculture. Not only that, now it's making me happy, but I can see how noble this cause can be. A lot of people are going hungry not because they don't have the money to purchase the food, but there are limited products on the markets for them to access. But if you can bring more, produce more, and remove that limitation by means of production, don't you see that as a way of helping your community? At the same time, you're making money off of it. Just think about it for a second. Sometimes we got to use our common sense. Because when you build a farm, you're growing animals and stuff, all right? You're raising animals. Then when the animal reach the level of growth where they're ready for the markets to be consumed as meat, you take them to the market. People are going to purchase them. It's going to end up in people's plate eventually. That money will end up in your bank account. It's a win-win. You provide services, other people use the services. That's how it should work. And at the same time, you just keep it moving, you keep it going. But there aren't that many farmers around in Kinshasa. That's why sometimes we are unable to achieve certain things. I felt bad. I received some guy on YouTube, we connected through my YouTube channel, reached out to me. He started this industry. He started this a hot pepper plant, like literally pili pili that we consume. Now he's like making like hot pepper in containers and things like that, and he's shipping them throughout the country, which is an amazing move. But he asked me, do you know anybody that has a pili pili farm? I have the money I can purchase because I would need the products for my company. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, do I know anybody? Of course I know a guy, but he barely grows enough to sustain the amount of production this guy is willing to put in. This guy is someone that we need to encourage. It's someone that the country needs. It is someone who's providing employment to the local people through agricultural products, because people out there, they are processing. There's a process, it's a whole process. It's got machinery, everything is there. You don't even need anything else. All you have to do is just put on your uniform, walk in there, you start your job, you know exactly what needs to be done, what are the expectations are for the nature of the job. I didn't have hot peppers farm. I didn't plant a pili pili on my farm, but had someone I know planted those, would you think they will go broke by now? Absolutely not. That's why it's so very important that we farm in a very proper way. Therefore, I had to get the borehole done. What that's going to do is remind you, we only have 2 seasons in Congo. We have rainy season and dry season. During rainy season, there are certain plants or crops that grow way much better during a rainy season. And there are crops that don't really do well during dry season. So by having water available, not only it's going to make it possible to grow almost anything during even dry season period, because all you're going to have to do is to water the garden or to water the crops more often. But when it doesn't rain during dry season, you're really not going to have water to water your plants. That is one thing that I noticed, and I had to step it up a little to make sure that the borehole is done on the farm, so that it removes the limitations that we might have in the future in terms of growing certain crops. You guys know, if you've watched my video for a while, that my main focus will never be growing crops, but I will probably grow a couple of things here and there just for animal feeds basically. I'm never going to grow stuff to sell on the market. Maybe my ambition will grow bigger in the future. Maybe I might get into it, but I don't see myself doing it now. I'm more interested in animal raising. That's why I got pigs. Eventually I'm getting chickens, and then lamb, and then goats, and so forth. I might get into cows eventually, but I'm not ready for cows just yet. But I'm gonna focus on pig, chicken, goat, and lamb. Those are the 4 animals, and eventually probably get rabbits, because I know rabbit urine helps as pesticides for your crops. That's very, very important too. And you have a pig poop that you can use as fertilizer. There's no waste in agriculture. There's no waste in agriculture whatsoever. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of agriculture. There is a reason why I'm encouraging you guys to get into agriculture. It may not pay in the beginning, just like any other business. You're not expected to make a whole lot of money as soon as you get started, but you are expected to start making money when you have built and started somewhere, and you start seeing the results. But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes some time. All right, guys. So I love having these talks. I love having these type of conversations with you all. But I got a whole lot of other things that I got going on, and I also have certain videos that I still gotta edit for you guys to watch. So yeah, I'm still gonna be keeping you updated on the farm, the pig barn evolution and everything, and at the same time making sure that you guys are, all the contents are continuing to go your way. And please, your supports will really mean a lot. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Peace.